Good evening, students. A warm welcome to all of you to the CSI Students Leadership Training Program. Students, you are the future asset of the church and society. There are a lot of opportunities in this world, and we want to give you an idea regarding these opportunities through this course. If you get a good vision during your teenage, it will help you to come up. Every job has a value and importance. If you do it properly, you will get the credit. God has given you a talent. If you are to identify the talents in you and nurture it, it will help you. This training is for the CSI students studying in 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 in Andhra, Telangana, Karnataka, and Tamil Nadu and Kerala. This is for motivating and inspiring them to higher goals. We need professionals, academicians, skilled people with Christian, social, and ecological commitments. The short-term course aims to help CSI students to have leadership qualities with values of sustainable living. We will help you to identify the talents in you and nurture it. Some of you are academically bright. You should go for higher education. You should attempt for All India Public Service Commission test and be a good civil servant. Some of you have talents in medical, engineering, singing, artwork, etc. We do consider that all jobs have a value in it. The society is looking for experts in various fields. If you are an expert in any subject, you will definitely get a good job. Every job has a value in it. We will bring out the hidden talents in you to the maximum potency. One of the aims of the Department of Ecological Concern is to teach the values of sustainability to young children. For this, we have been conducting Green School program. I hope all of you are aware of the Intergovernmental Panel for Climate Change report released last week. Coming years, there will be cyclones, droughts, landsliding, floods, coastal erosion in India. We are going to face a serious situation. Young children should understand sustainable development, climate justice, adaptation, and mitigation. Along with other subjects, we will give you an idea about this also. Subjects we are teaching in this short course: communicating English, study techniques, facing exams, facing interview, sustainable development, body language, self-empowerment, principles of eco-justice, developing positive attitude, media literacy. Following are the instructions. Diocesan name should be there along with your name. Others will be removed by Synod staff at the Synod Center, Chennai. Please remember, if the name of the diocese is not before your name, you will be removed after 10 to 15 minutes. Do not try to annotate. Draw lines in the PowerPoint presentation of the speaker. If we notice such activities, we will remove the students from the program. You have to fill up the paper format that is known as Know Your Student. It is mandatory. Those who didn't fill it up so far have to do it immediately after this class. All the students registered with the teacher have to attend the class from the beginning till end. That is 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. We do not entertain visitors. We will give certificates and awards to the students successfully completing the course. We are watching you. Your performance in each class will be counted. Today, opening prayer, Livia Sara Raji from Madhya Diocese. Welcome speech, Susanna Cynthia Solomon from Madras Diocese. The class will be taken by Mariam Rao. Topic is soft skills and body language. And vote of thanks by Yuvan S. Jacob by Madhya Diocese. Concluding prayer, Jacqueline Stella Maxim from East Kerala Diocese. So I request Livia Sara Raji for opening prayer.
Almighty Father of all, thank you for today. Thank you for the days in which you provide us. For your protection and love, we thank you. Help us to focus our hearts and minds on what we are about to learn. Inspire us by your Holy Spirit as we listen and write. Guide us by your eternal light as we discover more about the world around us. We ask all this in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Thank you. Then I Call upon Susanna Cynthia Solomon from Madras Diocese.
My name is Susanna Cynthia Solomon, studying 11th standard at CSI Jesse Moses School, Chennai. I'm from CSI Diocese of Madras. First of all, I would like to thank and praise God Almighty for giving us yet another opportunity to come together for this training program. I'm delighted to welcome Dr. Matthew Koshi, Director, CSA Ecological Concerns Department, who is the brain and spine of this program. My special word of welcome to Ms. Mariam Roff, who will be giving the keynote address in today's training. I welcome all the coordinators of various dioceses and people behind the screen. I'm extremely happy to welcome my fellow student friends for this program. Once again, I welcome each and every one of you. Thank you. Over to Dr. Koshi, sir.
Thank you, Susanna. Now I am requesting Mariam Rob to take the class.
Actions speak louder. I would like you all to use the chat box right away to tell me, what do they speak louder than? If actions speak louder, what are they speaking louder than? What are they being compared to? Could you please use the chat? Voice, thank you, Shalyar. Words, louder than words, Fantastic. We have the answer. Good evening, everybody. We are talking about body language and soft skills today. I'm so glad to see so many of you saying voice and words. Let's get straight into this. Thank you so much for introducing me, and let's start. Actions speak louder than words. That's what we've established thus far. And let's now look at, if they're speaking louder than words, how much louder is that? All right, so we're going to be talking about body language, and we're going to be having some fun, ideally. Let's get this set, and voila. Okay, good evening once again. I would love to see as many faces as possible. Very happy to see a bunch of faces already. If you've got enough data on your device, please go ahead and turn on your videos, because we're going to be talking about body language. It might be insufficient to do that through chat. So as many of your faces as I can see, fabulous. Thank you, Agatha. Thank you, Trichy. We have Christina. Thank you so much for turning your videos on. We're going to be doing a lot of things with body language. So thank you for turning your videos on. Okay, actions speak louder than words. We're talking about body language and soft skills. Here we are. They really do speak louder. And now I'd like to ask you in numbers, maybe you've heard this before. Maybe you heard it from me before. This is one of my most favorite statistics in the world. What percentage of a message is conveyed through words? If actions speak louder than words, what percentage do words have? What percentage do words convey? So when I say good evening, how much is good evening conveying? And how much is everything else conveying? Please enter all of your answers in the chat. There are no wrong answers. There are only answers which are on their way to becoming right. Have fun and guess away. 10, 40, 60, 90. Okay. 40, 30, 99. Interesting project. 80% is words. 30%. 87. We're talking about words, okay? Not everything else. 99. Ooh, thank you, Anbin. I think he's the closest so far. And Rena has the exact answer. Here is your answer. 7%. Congratulations, Anbin and Rena. Only 7% of good evening is being conveyed through the two words good and evening. So where's the rest coming from? As you can see in this lovely pie chart, which is from Albert Mehrabian, a psychologist, it's from body language and voice, the tone, the pitch. All of these things are deciding where it's coming from. So I'm really happy so many of you said 99% is words, because that means we have a lot to learn today, and we're going to have fun learning that. Okay, next up, let's put this to test. Okay, how are we going to test this out? As teenagers, you might have noticed once you reach, say, grade 6, grade 7, grade 8, that a lot of adults tell you what to do, but they do the complete opposite. So they tell you, hey, be honest. But then sometimes they're not very honest. They tell you, hey, be polite. But sometimes they're not very polite when they're stuck in a traffic jam and someone's keeping them stuck in the traffic jam. So this game is basically do as I say. What do you think the rest of the sentence is? If this is hypocritical, if this is people saying, I'll tell you what to do, but I will do something else, What is the rest of this saying? So you gave me actions speak louder than words. Can you give me the rest of do as I say, not as I dash? What is that word? Enter your answers in the chat. Thank you, Johanna. Do as I say, not as I do. And now we're going to have fun by checking this out. Let me see as many thumbnails of yours as I can. Thank you for turning on your videos once again. Okay, this is the only instruction in this game. Do as I say, not as I do. All right, are you ready? So could you put your palms up, everyone, so that we're all ready? Palms up, ready to do everything? Okay, great. Hands free, no pens, none of that business going on. Ooh, I have someone doing like a cute Susanna dance. Fabulous. I'm glad to see that energy. Thank you, Susanna. So we have our hands up, and what are we going to do? You're going to do as I say, not as I do. Touch your ears. I see Christina was confused for a few seconds. Can you now touch your knees? I see some confusion with Rohan as well. Okay, let me see a different set of people. Can you wave to someone? Wave goodbye or wave hello. How do you wave? Not like this anyway. Fabulous. Thank you for waving, Anbin. And the last one is going to be, can you put your hands on the table quickly? I saw like people going up and then going to the table. Fabulous. So that's what's interesting here, that body language is quite instinctive and it helps us build connections. And sometimes we can give mixed signals. I could tell you to touch your ears, but didn't touch my head. And then everybody just has 2 seconds of what is she trying to make us do? Okay, so we did test that theory. We have established that, yeah, actions and something other than words are quite powerful and they're definitely doing something in our communication. Let's now test it even some more. If you've got mobile phones or other devices, now is a great time to open your scanning app. We're going to write a story together. Please don't get your pens out. This is going to be written virtually, as a lot of our writing nowadays. You can scan this, or you can use the page, the link of the page, which I shall enter in the chat. Just a moment. Okay. All right. Or you could copy it from the link, right? Yeah, just hold on a second, please. Allow me to bring the link to you. Uh-oh. Okay. Yes. So the instructions are quite simple. We're going to be writing a story together. A lot of times, pretty much every day, we're using emoticons or emojis to convey messages via text messages, right? So now you're going to use it to the next level to bring it in relation to body language. All right. Okay. And I've entered the link in the chat. You could just open it from there. You're going to open it and you're going to use emojis to write a story. Okay. If you'd like, and if you're not able to open the link by any chance, you can also do it in the chat. Any story, but only emojis, no words going on in here. After you've done that step where you have used emojis to convey your plot or the whole story, the third step, the final step, is to copy somebody else's story and interpret it. So not only are you writing a story, you're also guessing the meaning of somebody else's story. Okay. Allow me to open it. Let's see who's writing already. Okay. Are you able to access the link? Are you able to open the link? Yes. Please post a thumbs up if you can, so I know that you're on the task and are facing no difficulties. No. Okay. That's all right, Christina. If you're not able to open the link, then you can post an emoji story in the chat, right? Okay. I see a lot of yeses. That's fantastic. And a bunch of thumbs up. That's also great. All right, so there's a plus button, a pink colored plus button, right? A white plus in a pink circle. You're going to write your story on there. Just write your name as the title and post your story. It could just be 5 emojis, any set of emojis, right? Any set of emoticons, the happy one, the laughing one, the dancing one. Post it on there and then move on to the next step. Okay, it doesn't have to be a long set of 25 emojis. The minimum is 5. The maximum, I leave it up to you. Okay, depends on how deep your story is. Have some fun, convey a story. Yes, for everybody who's unable to open it, please post your story in the chat and I shall paste it. Okay, yeah, my screen, absolutely. Let me take it here. So this is the page we have. This is where we're all going to be posting our stories. Let's see. Let me make one myself. How deeply can you convey your story using just emoticons? We use them every day to talk to people. Sometimes we skip words and we just send one emoji like, yo, great. No, right? Heartbroken, anything you want. Okay. We have a bunch of stories. Please use the title as, please put your name in the titles. Great. I have Christina's story here. So let me paste that. Okay, fabulous. Already you're navigating a new website, perhaps a new app to those of you who haven't used it before. Oh, wow, I see a whole bunch of stories now. Okay, remember the next step is take somebody else's story and start interpreting it. Once we have, say, 5 to 10 interpretations, we shall then close this activity. Ooh, we have a selfie as well, Joshua. Joshua is given proper body language response. It's his expression and his posture along with 2 smileys. Okay. Wow. I see some parties being thrown. I see a lot of cool face emojis with sunglasses. I can see burgers and fries. Who is this person who loves burgers and fries so passionately? Okay. Yeah. So, what's the next step? You take somebody else's story, copy it, and write the interpretation. What is that story all about? Can you guess the meaning? Okay, let me copy some of the ones who have put it in chat. Okay, we have Charlin's story. Okay. We've got Lynn Jalin's story. Okay. Interesting. I wonder what the meanings are. Please start translating for the others. Please start interpreting. You can use a minimum of 3 sentences and a maximum of however many you wish. I have a bunch of selfies coming up. Sharon's story is one emoji of a person having a great laugh. Okay. But you have to interpret it. What is that story talking about? Why is that character laughing? Or why are they happy or sad? Are they laughing because they've been crying so much? Okay. All right. Those of you who are on chat and not on the page, please copy somebody else's story and write an interpretation in the chat. Okay. Wow, I see a lot of wonderful stories coming up. Someone's embarrassed. Somebody else is playing football with a hen. Playing football with a chicken. Fascinating. Okay, great. Right. I would not like you to share your own story's interpretation. I want you to interpret somebody else's story. Okay, so how do you do that? You copy, for example, if you can see my screen, I'm going to copy, let's take Aromelin's Sarah's story. Okay. And I'm going to say that this means there was once a sunrise. Yeah, it was a sunrise in a house with a family. They loved each other and their telephone rang and they were surprised. They won the lottery. Yeah. Aromelin Sarah's story. A happy family lived in a house that had a great view of the sunrise. One day, they received an unexpected phone call. They had won a trip around the world. Okay, great. That's my interpretation of Aromelin's story. One day, there was a beautiful butterfly. The vulture tried to catch the vulture tried to catch the butterfly, but it escaped because the fly is a friend of the lion. Wow. The lion helped the butterfly. Amazing. Okay, so remember, you need to interpret another person's story. Okay. Look at the emojis that anybody has pasted. Anushya, Susanna, Evelyn, all the anonymous people. Anbin. Anbin has something happening with like likes and dislikes and the head exploding. Take somebody else's set of emojis and write the interpretation. You have 10 more seconds to post your stories. Okay. There's a girl who was a dancer and she was sad when suddenly a fairy came. Oh, is it Cinderella? Good question, Anusha. I wonder if it was about Cinderella. Jesho, there was a child who loved to eat burgers. I know the story. I saw it. Burgers and French fries. And one day he got a stomachache. Study well and become your dream. Amazing. I love the motivation going on. Okay, 10 more seconds and we wrap this up. So the whole point of this is, can you convey a story just through emojis, just through body language gestures? And then can somebody else interpret what you're trying to say. I think the author of this emoji story is trying to express a human emotional life, being sad, happy, angry, and nervous. Thank you, Anonymous. Okay, 5 more seconds. 5. Ooh, Rana tried to say the story of Anusha. Fabulous. 4. Let me check the chat. Where are my chat writers? Focus on your goals. Study well. More burgers and pizzas. Yeah, my story also had a pizza. Focus on your job and succeed. Wow, I see a finish line over there and the rabbit and the tortoise. Interesting. And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for those amazing stories. I really enjoyed them, and I hope you did too. That was our entire point as to whether we can convey something without words and whether somebody else could understand it without words. Now we're looking at how all of these things talk even when we aren't talking. There's facial expressions which are different across cultures, but also similar across cultures. For example, what does this mean? What is this? It's quite popular around the world. Has a somewhat similar meaning. Yes, it is a smile, but what is the meaning of the smile? What does it stand for if I smile at all of you right now? Happy? What else? Anything else? Happiness. Okay. Ooh, that you're cool. Wow, we have a mutton lover in the house. Fabulous. Okay. Yes, absolutely. It could be shyness, it could be peace, contentment. So those are facial expressions. Then we have got gestures. Interesting over here. Emblems stand as the same as words. We'll be looking at that in a next question. Illustrators accompany words. So, for example, when I say over there and I point like this with my chin, that's an illustrator. It comes with a word. Regulators which give feedback. For example, okay. Those are regulators, right? Or nodding. And finally, adapters, which meet some sort of a physical need. For example, this. It's meeting a physical need and it's not necessarily connected with my meaning. Okay. All right. Next up, we've got body movements and posture. So this is called kinesics. Kinesthetic is also to do with movement. Kinesics is a noun version, right? How you stand, your movements, however small they are, open and closed posture. Now, that's something I think that's kind of self-explanatory. Could you all show me, all of you who've got your videos on, what does closed posture look like? What do you think it would look like? 1, 2, 3, start. What does it look like? Closed posture. Oh, good acting, Jacob. Alan Jacob's doing a pretty good job of closed posture. Interesting. Anybody else? Everybody, what do you think closed is? Would I be doing this for closed posture? No. What would I be doing with my arms? How can you make your arms as, yeah, thank you, Susanna. Close your arms, everybody, as much as you can in the most closed off way that you can think of. Yeah. Close your body altogether and just get distant. Push your camera possibly further away. Yes, you can crouch, Sharon. Very good. Close it, be unapproachable and just shut yourself off. That's closed. Now, can you show me open? This doesn't have to be open, but can you show me a neutral open? Ah, that could be open. Yes. Your arms at your sides could be open. Relaxing it would be open posture. This is one of the most basics when it comes to posture, open and close posture. Okay. All right, well done. I'm glad you understood the meaning without anyone having to explain it to you. Next up, we've got voice, which has a tone, the timing, the pace, that is the speed, how loud or how soft you speak, inflection, which again has to do with tone, eye contact, which can help you maintain the flow when I'm looking at you directly, and it can help you build trust. But of course, that doesn't mean staring at one person full on. Finally, touch, which can convey so many different messages. When your friend pats your shoulder when you're upset, it's conveying something without their saying something, right? And finally, space. Another interesting word like kinesics, which is to do with movement, proxemics, the study of space. Yeah. Personal space is quite important and we respect other people's personal space. Whether it's with friends or family, we have different equations. Though in the professional, front, in an office, we aren't exactly hugging everybody or invading their personal space. We respect others' personal space. And when both people or when people in general are comfortable, that's when they're in closer proximity. Time for you to do some research. As you can see in the bracket, please tell us in numbers how much space is considered appropriate. So you can just perhaps go to Google and search and bring it straight to the chat. Proxemics in centimeters or meters. Personal space, how many inches, how many feet, How personal is personal? Could you please specify, Ronel? 10 what? 10 feet or 10 inches? What exactly is that? How much is considered within an intimate space? How much is considered social? How much is considered public? How close can we sit next to somebody when we're meeting them for the first time? 12 feet for Jesuit. Could you explain? 4, 10. I see random numbers, but could you please tell me, is that intimate, social, or public? 12 feet public, yeah. Beyond 12 feet, that's like a speech or something like that. 10 inches sounds like intimate. Very good. Thank you, Rohan. Less than 1 inch, intimate for sure, right? 1 to 4. Thank you, Ramnath. 1 to 4 feet is personal space, yes. 18 inches social, absolutely. Fabulous. Thank you, Mahiban. Intimate, personal, social, public. 4 different spaces. All of this comes under proxemics. It's excellent to know which counts for which, right? Which one is okay with which person we're meeting. And we have somebody who's given a wonderful summary of it all. There we go. It's from, who is this from? Scrolling up, we have your name. Thank you, Anbin. That's a wonderful summary there. You're a star. We've got a whole list of all of it involved right there, right? Intimate distance, touching, that's 45 centimeters. Personal distance, 45 to 1 meter. Social distance, 1 to say 3.5 meters. And then public, 3.5 to 4.5 and beyond, right? Thank you, everybody. You found for your own what proxemics looks like in terms of numbers. It's really good to know because we don't want to cross somebody's personal space when we haven't established that sort of a relationship with them and when they're not okay with it. Fabulous. Okay, wonderful. Thank you, Vincent. Okay, let's go straight up to our next bit. We've looked at space. We've looked at how we're talking even though we're not talking. Now let's look at why it's important to think of all of this in the first place. How does it help people? You can reinforce what you said in words, right? Can you all show me a very passionate no right now? Can you all say no, but can you say it like you really mean it? I'm watching all of you on my screen here. I've got all your thumbnails and videos. Can you say a very passionate no? Can you say a very serious, heartfelt? Oh, very good, Anbin. Okay, more no's, please. Rohan, that's excellent. No words used, but very clear that no, no, no. More people, come on. Where's your no? Ooh, Hefziba's like, no, 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 with her finger. Absolutely. We've all got such different ways to say it. Alan is thinking about the no. Come on. What does your no look like? A very clear no. What does it look like? Ah, Agatha's like, very clear, but very serious. No. Yeah. Fantastic. That's what a no looks like, right? It's quite serious and it clearly conveys. Wonderful, Milan. Well done. Okay. So it can add to what we've said. It can reinforce it when you say no, but your eyes are also clear about the no. Great. Information about emotional state. How many times have we gone up to a family member or a friend and said, hey, are you okay? It's not because they said, I am not okay. They just seemed like that they were not okay, right? So it conveys things about our emotional states. It defines relationships between people or reinforces it, gives feedback to the other person. Even if you're all on mute right now, I can see your faces and I can see you doing this. I can see you smiling when you find something interesting. I see your hand under your chin when you're thinking. I can see all of your lovely faces doing all of these beautiful things. And all of that body language, gestures, and facial expressions is giving me feedback. And I feel like, great, we're going on the right track, right? So that's what this whole point is about. That you're giving feedback to me without saying a single word. Oh, look at your lovely happy faces when I said that. Okay. Next up, regulates the flow of communication. Now, just imagine if I was sitting here and talking and there's nobody around here, okay? You're all on my screen and that's it. And if you were all frozen like this, there would be no flow because it just wouldn't work. So that's also another thing nonverbal communication does. And of course, important to cite the source of where we get information from, because otherwise it's called dash. This is your GK question relating to social sciences and ethics right now. If I would not have mentioned where the source is from, what would that be called? You can go to Google, not a problem at all. What is it called when you don't give credit to the person who made or found or discovered or originally presented that information. What is it called? Copyright issue. Ah, fabulous. Plagiarism. Yes. And plagiarism is a copyright issue. So it's really important, no matter what we're presenting anywhere, school project, anywhere at all, always good to say, this is the source of where I got my information from. You add a last page, you say references, and you say this, this, this. Thank you, everybody. Fabulous. Plagiarism is the word. Off we go to our next bit, which is relating all of this to something bigger. So, of course, we're here through church, and here are 3 Bible verses. Let me give you 10 seconds to read all 3 of them. Okay, if you're done reading, please connect each of these to something that has to do with body language and with non-verbal communication. So if the first one is a gentle answer and a harsh word, how a gentle answer turns away wrath and creates peace, but a harsh word brings anger. If you can take out the words part of it, and if you can connect it to non-verbal communication, can you give me an example? Can you give me a situation or how this can be put into practice? Wrath and peace, yes, that's the contrast over here. How can you do this? Can you give me an example in real life? If someone's like, Mariam, how dare you do da, 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 and then I get back at them with, that's a whole different vibe. Oh, that's a really good example, Sharon. Being patient with our parents and not engaging in back talk where they're like, Mariam, comb your hair. And I'm like, you comb your hair with the pointing and the eye rolling. It's not very respectful. It's creating, conflict and not peace. Ooh, war and peace. Absolutely. Being patient. Fabulous. Ooh, declining an offer politely. Wonderful. When someone's yelling, try to empathize and respond gently. And you, in fact, get power and respect from that. Because when we also respond with, how dare you do this, we don't get any respect or power or peace or anything good in those ways. Fabulous. Thank you for those examples. Let's go to number green. Yes, the green one, the second one. When anyone replies to a matter before he hears the facts, it is foolish and humiliating. We've all done this in some way or the other. We respond before we have full information. How is that related to non-verbal communication and body language? Rumors, yes. Reply with good words, respond with respect, absolutely. All of those for the previous one. What about this one? Don't leap before you look. But how do you relate it to body language? Good words. Take it beyond words. Come on. We already said words are only 7%. Can you give me body language now? We've talked about gestures, posture. We said facial expressions. Yeah, okay. I see gossip. I see incomplete information, shouting. I want body language, people. How do you connect it to body language? What do we do with our eyes and face? And Jacqueline's given us an emoticon emoji example. Ah, good one, Sangamitra. Open your ears. Keep your face neutral until you have all information instead of, hey, Mariam, I have a problem with you. Immediately you're like, oh, or like, what is your problem? Immediately the stance changes. So that's important to keep it more open. Keep it more open to ideas, more open to good criticism. And the last one, a cheerful look. Good one, Christina. The whole rolling your eyes and frowns is a way in which sometimes we convey disrespect. A cheerful look brings joy to the heart, and good news gives health to the bones. What is that about? What soft skill is that? How is that related to body language? I see some of you have your fingers on your chin just like I do because I'm also thinking. How is it related? Health. Okay. A cheerful look brings joy. What is that about? Thank you, Realme Narzo 20 Pro and our friend from Trichy. Yes, a big smile could always convey so much peace, understanding, openness, friendliness, understanding, all of these things that we're doing right now just through our faces without even having met in person. Fabulous. Okay, let's skip away. We've connected it to the Bible, we've connected it to our larger goals. And now let's look at facts. Depends on the context. All of us express in different ways. Different cultures express in different ways. And so body language is not as clear as words in those ways. It can be conscious or unconscious. Have you watched those detective shows where there's a really good facial expression analyst who can look at 20% chin lifting. Yeah, Yuvan has watched it. 20% chin lifting means that, it's a big lie. And this says that it's the truth. And sometimes there are interviews of very famous people saying, no, I did not do it, because the body is unconsciously saying, I am the one, I did it, I was wrong, sorry. Okay, so it can be conscious, unconscious. It can be accompanied by verbal communication. When is it not accompanied by verbal communication? Or who communicates with just body language, gestures, facial expression? Can you give me an example? Can you think of that? Putting your minds out once again to the scientific and social sciences world. Absolutely. Those who are mute, those who can't speak, they convey through sign language altogether. What is sign language? It's a bunch of ways in which you're moving your body to express something. On that note, does anybody know how to sign their name in the sign language? Yes? No? Maybe? Any yeses? Okay, Gerald, do you know? No? No, okay. Anyone at all? Okay. All right. No? All right. So I'm going to do it for you. And I just want to establish that if you just learn the alphabet, the ABCD in Indian Sign Language, for example, you can convey a whole lot. Yes, the braille is also a way in which they read, but since we have such a huge deaf population, a huge mute population in our country, for example, it's a very good thing to learn it like another language and to at least know the ABC so that we're not excluding them to that degree. Yeah. I recently met two people at the railway station. I was looking for platform number 4. I asked somebody, hey, where's platform number 4? And he said, hey, I can't hear. And I just said, this is 5. Where's 4? And he, in fact, thought that I'm also mute and was asking, you also can't speak? I was like, no, but I know how to gesture. That could just help you. That could just help you communicate and build understanding and convey your respect and love for people who have a whole different set of abilities. Yeah. So here it is. My name is Mariam. Mariam. I would highly recommend you all go tonight and watch one short 2-minute video about the ABC and just learn how to spell in the Indian Sign Language. It's a beautiful thing to do. Okay. All right. Moving on. Where are we at? Yes, what body language is not about is exaggeration. When someone's like, I really want you to, you don't always have to push it that far. It's not about invading personal space, saying that I'm dominant, I'm confident, let me invade your personal space. No, that's not okay. And finally, aggression. We don't have to be like, listen to me, this team doesn't have to be like that. Okay. Quick question. How do you indicate okay? How do we indicate okay in India? South India, or in your state or your community? Gerald has the global, the American answer. That's one way. How do you all do it? I usually do this, but this is also considered rude in some other countries. The Americans, for example, do this. This isn't okay. But once again, the Japanese have a whole different meaning for this. Arabs have a different meaning. So it differs from place to place. Okay. Thank you, Gerald. You get 5 stars for that answer. All right. Time to self-evaluate. I think you could take a screenshot of this because it would help you a better idea of yourself. So that would be probably a home assignment sort of situation. What do you communicate through your body? What are the most frequent signals that you show with expressions, eyes, body, gestures, touch? I do a lot of this, I think, personally. What do you do a lot? How aware are you of your nonverbal communication? Has anyone ever commented on your body language? What did they say? And have you actively tried changing it? There are a lot of articles and content on the internet which says, be more confident by doing X, Y, Z. But it won't always work out because it has to come from inside, because it's not always fully conscious. So try to change what's inside, really feel confident, and then, but also there's also a reverse effect that if you start sitting more upright, if you have a more open body language instead of like a closed posture like this, then you are telling your body, hey, I'm a confident, calm, cool, chill person. Christina's happy hearing that. Okay. All right. Hopefully you have a screenshot of this. This is a good evaluation to do with yourself. Moving on. Yes, some ways. Let's all do this together. Let me once again put up your thumbnail so I can see you all together. What are we doing? Virtual body language. Who knew there was something like this, huh? We're going to all put it into practice, right? Let's show enthusiasm. Let's make each other comfortable. Let's be open to ideas. Get your camera set up right. Don't be too close. Don't be too far. And leave space to get gesture without bumping into the screen. So you've got some space to move around. Set? Done? Step 1. Okay, ready. Step 2. I also really recommend keeping the camera or the device somewhere other than your hands, because doing this is a bit tougher than just sitting there and letting the camera being balanced by something else. Good one, Gerald. I see you figuring stuff out. Step 2, tidy your space and find a quiet area from where you can attend. I see a lot of you are in well-lit spaces. Agatha's pretty chilling. She's like, this is my best spot. Okay. Ronel's also chill. Okay, great. Maintain eye contact, which I think all of us have been doing. Reminder to some people that you're a bit too far away. Do you think you could bend your camera so that we see you in a closer way? I see some of you from a very distant spot. So please change that. And finally, facial expressions, which I think we've been doing. We've all been smiling a lot. I've seen people doing this to show their thinking. And I did see some people like this as well. Avoid frowning, obviously, because this face is not motivating you or me or anybody else. Fabulous. Okay. We've done a check. We've improved our virtual body language. Moving on. Posing time. Are you ready? Okay, we all do this for photos. I myself got trained by my brother on how to pose better for photos because this is my usual thing. He helped me tone it down. Okay. Ooh, okay. The interpretations are coming before. So I'm just going to pause that and read it out to you instead because I don't want you seeing the answers before showing what it is. Okay. Some of you might need to stand up for some of this. If you can stand up from where you are, please do. The first thing all of us are going to do is stand with your hands on your hips. Everybody who can stand, please stand. Give your muscles a break. Thank you, Gerald. I love the initiative. Thank you, Christina. Thank you, Aromalin. Yeah, stand up and put your hands on your hips. Everybody, put your friends on gallery view and look at what they're doing. And now tell me in the chat, what is this stance or what is this non-verbal communication that's happening right now? What is it conveying to you? What do you think they're expressing? People who are posing, please continue posing. People who are not able to stand like me right now, you won't be able to see my face. Please put it in the chat. What are they showing by this particular? Ooh, I see Susanna's pretty serious about this. Good. Joshua too. Excellent. Jacobs. Oh, Alan Jacobs doing a pretty good pose over there, Alan. You could like go for a photo shoot, buddy. Okay. Guts, confidence, bossy. Interesting. Absolutely. And the answer is it could be aggressive. I think Susanna did a pretty good aggressive stance over there. And it also could be disgusted. Like she, yuck. That too could be conveyed with the standing hands on the hips. Oh, Giflin is a very sweet sort of hello, everybody. Okay, next pose for everybody to do. Stand upright. Can you all stand upright? All of our posers, please give us some material to comment on. Stand upright. What does this convey? Let's check. Relaxed. Okay. Ooh, somebody said dominance earlier. Great. What is standing upright? You're standing straight, your shoulders are where they're supposed to be. People at the defense services have a really upright posture. Pride, taking attention. Confidence. Thank you, Yamima. That is spot on. Standing upright could convey confidence because you're so comfortable with yourself when you're standing up straight. Next thing, you can all come sit down, or if you want to keep standing, you can. This is a 3. We have 7 more. Arms crossed on your chest. What is this? What is this? What are they conveying? Anger, fear, silence. Absolutely. Thank you for giving yourself a hug. Interesting answer, my dear friend. I highly appreciate it. Oh, good emoji over there. I like that answer as well. It's defensive, right? As soon as someone's like, hey, Mariam, you need to improve in 1, 2, 3 ways. You might go into, okay, what ways? Tell me. It's a defensive because we are afraid and we're not ready to listen. Fantastic. Close posture. Good one, Rohan. Next question. Resting your hand on your cheek. All my posers, come on with your videos on. Rest your hand on your cheek. Not your chin, your cheek. Ah, good one, Giftlin. Jesho's got it spot on too. Alan Jacobs giving a full facial massage in there. Good one. Okay. What is it saying? Sad, tired, bored, sleepy, or posing for a photo? Possible. Thank you, Pragnya. That's absolutely spot on. It's a person who's possibly thinking. Isn't this the popular APJ Abdul Kalam sir photo like this? Something like this, right? Fabulous. Imagining something running in their mind. Fabulous. Thank you. Next one. Touching or rubbing your nose. Yes, all my posers, you've got it spot on. What does this mean? Touching or rubbing your nose? What's happening? Dreaming. Okay. Or doubtful. Excellent answer. Who was that? Pragnya. Fabulous. Or something else. Why else would somebody why would somebody do this? Why would somebody do that? They could, fabulous. Good one, Jesho. They might be ashamed because they are lying. Good one. Next question. What about resting your head in your hands? Everybody knows this by heart. It seems to be very familiar. What is this indicating? When you're resting your head in your hands, what is it showing? Tired, sleepy, and or not interested. Fabulous. This person is bored. This person does not want to be here. Next up, tapping your fingers. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap anywhere. Restless. Thank you, Rohan. That is spot on. Impatient, right? Possibly tensed as well. Good. Biting your nails. What does that convey? My posers are actually biting their nails. Please don't. All our models are very serious about this project. Anything else? Yes, nervousness and insecure. Wonderfully done. Thank you, Hepzibah. And the second last one, playing with your hair. As you can see, I'll be playing with my scarf. Why am I playing with this? What am I indicating? Shy. What else? Nervous. Yes, this person is insecure. To show you're cool, that would be a flip, not necessarily a fidgeting, right? And headache. And the last one is rubbing your eyes. Where are my models? Why are they rubbing their eyes? Sleepy, tired, something other than sleepy and tired, please. More guesses, please. Something other than sleepy and tired and bored. Confused, yes. And one more. What is like, what's this all about? Yeah, mind blowing. Unable to believe that something's happening. Well done, everybody. We've explored so much beyond the happy, sad, boring, and confused. Let's go straight back into where we were. Okay. Oh, there we are. This is our list in case anybody would like to take a small little, short little glance. These are all the mono acts that we just did. Thank you to all of my beautiful models. I had a lot of fun seeing how you interpreted all of this up. Okay. All right. Next up, we go to what this person's feeling. Once again, just more examples, right? Arms folded, not interested, disengaged, very tense expression because they're not interested. So anyone whose body is there and they're like, yeah, what did you say? They're also not interested, right? Eyes low, very little contact, keeping the video off. Okay. Yeah, that's also possible. Someone's bored, head downcast, slumped shoulders, gazing somewhere else altogether into where Jupiter and Mars are, fidgeting, picking things, doodling, playing on the phone, right? Super nice, fantastic. And time to give us some tips. I'm sure you've heard a lot of body language tips. Please give us some of them. Here's the question number 1. How can you show confidence and openness? At your keyboard, keyboard warriors, 1, 2, 3, start. How can you show self-confidence and openness? We've discussed a whole bunch of this. So this is like a mini review. This is your time to prove that you've gotten something. Keep your shoulders lifted. Fabulous. Good words. Look straight into their eyes. Upright back. Lovely. Great. Ooh, dressed nicely. That's a good one. A smile, a proud, happy face. Okay. Wow. Those are a lot of amazing answers. You've got body language spot on. Next up, let's look at some of those answers. Open posture. If this is someone you're giving a handshake to, then a handshake, right? A firm one. Eye contact you had mentioned. Not touching your face is a good way to show that you're confident. Next question. How, when you're giving a public speech, can you mask your tension, cover your tension, and show confidence to the public? So, in the proxemics thing that we talked about, the science of space, this would be in the public space, say 10 feet or beyond 5 feet for sure. How do you project confidence there? Bold voice. What else? How will you be inspiring? Ramnath? Okay, smile. Okay. Boldness, pointing to things, all right. Fearless, but how? How would you show that you're fearless? Bold words, non-verbal, please. Okay, managing volume by telling yourself, I am confident, good one. And that would show in your body language. A smile, okay. Here are some answers. Positive posture, you mentioned. Keeping your head up. If you do, hello, today I would like to read the news for you in India, that's not exactly very confident, right? And practicing and perfecting your posture. Open hand gestures instead of keeping yourself closed. Chin up. Good one. Who's that? Anbin. Thank you. And finally, to diffuse tension and show openness in general, mirroring and relaxing your body. We're going to practice mirroring. If we overdo it, it can be really, really weird. So we will not do that. But we will do it to a certain degree because it builds a connection, especially when you're having a one-on-one conversation. Okay. So relax your body, shake it out, shake it out, shake your toes, shake your arms, blah, blah, blah. Deep breath, release, shoulders upright, open posture, arms at the sides, feet are planted firmly on the floor. Your body is calm, your mind is also chill. I see someone's almost asleep. We'll ask him to get straight back up in a sitting position, right? And now we are going to mirror. Let's mirror Giftlin. Okay. Hopefully you can see her video right now. Giftlin, whatever I want you to pretend like you're having a conversation. Okay. Everybody, including me, will mirror you. Remember, if she does this, we don't have to do that. And she's not going to randomly do funny things. She's going to talk as if she's having a conversation. And we are trying to build a deeper, better relationship with her and trying to convey to her that we are in agreement with her by this method called mirroring. Don't overdo it, but do it. Giflin, start. You start talking in real. You can just say anything you want. It's not necessary we hear you. You can just say, hi, my name is Gifling. Nice to meet you. As if you're talking to one person. All of us will mirror you. Okay? Okay. Are you talking? Oh, you are. Great. Yes, continue. You can use gestures, body language in any way. Everybody, I want you to mirror her. Very good, Arrow Millen. Yes. Not too much that she finds it really creepy, but just enough. Cool, cool, cool. I see some of you using your arms the way she is. But remember, we're not doing a mime of her. We're just slightly mirroring. Thank you, Giflin, for that. That was amazing. Let's go straight to Yuvan, shall we? Yuvan, ready? Okay, here you are. Just start talking as if you're having a real conversation with us. Use body language, gestures in whatever way you feel comfortable. We will mirror you and you can speak. He smiled, so I'm smiling. Mirroring. Yeah. Yeah. You can do it at any level you feel is appropriate. Oh, is that so? Okay. Nicely done, Jesho. Thank you, Yuvan. That was pretty good. I saw some of you doing really amazing things, including Alan as well. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's what mirroring is. Please try using it with anybody, everybody in your lives. Not too much that it's creepy, but good enough, especially if it's a one-on-one conversation. Okay. Moving on. Power posing. I'm sure some of you might have heard about this. This is amazing TED talk by a person called Amy Cuddy. And power posing, like I said, you need to believe something within to show body language in a way that you want, because it's also subconscious, unconscious. Power posing is when you purposely hold a pose for even 2 minutes to make the physiology change for the better. So for example, holding a power pose, whatever you feel is something that where you feel confident, you feel assertive, less stressed, and it has to match to your true self. So if you're an introvert who's usually pretty calm and silent, and your power pose is like, it might not match. Okay, keep it to what you feel comfortable, what you feel right, and that would be your power pose. So think about what message you're trying to give to the people. Think about being authentic to your own personality. You don't have to imitate anybody else. Think about open and closed body language, about active listening, about keeping your Hands open to convey that your mind is also open. Anyone who's sitting like this is not conveying that they're ready for any new ideas. And limiting distractions. If your phone is in your arm and you're trying to do a pose or convey to somebody that you care about them, it's not necessarily working, because it's like, yeah, please tell me about your problem, Susanna. What happened yesterday? That's not showing any of the kindness that I hope to show to Susanna, right? And finally, mirroring and empathy, which is also really an important part of nonverbal communication in general. Okay. So think about your power pose. We won't do it for 2 minutes. We'll do it for 15 seconds. Okay, ready? All right. I've got all of your thumbnails on. Think about whatever your power pose is. If you like to stand up, now is a great time to stand up. Once again, stretch your muscles, give yourselves a break in that sense. And ready, steady, 1, 2. So this doesn't have to be somewhere where you normally sit the way you sit in life. It can be anything, okay? Like a Wonder Woman power pose is where she stands and she's got her arms relaxed near her waist and she just stands with her legs with her feet planted firm and slightly at hip width distance. Yours can be any way you want it to be. 1, 2, 3, power pose. You have to feel powerful, less stressed, more confident, and more assertive in however you're posing right now. Nice. I see a bunch of smiles. I see a bunch of cool faces. I see someone's chin really up. Good practice. That will convey to your mind that you are more confident. I see a lot of thinking folks who are like, I am a reflector and this is my power pose. Good. APJ Abdul Kalam fans. I see a very sad face. Please change that. That is not powerful. Make it neutral or some way where you feel strong. All right, then. Great. You have your power pose. Figure it out. You can practice it standing up. Try it in front of a mirror. See if you feel and look confident, assertive, and less stressed in it. Doing it for 2 minutes each time will change something both in the body and in the mind. Okay, then. Here we go to real world. As Dr. Matthew very wonderfully said, we're connecting all of this to your future, to real world skills, your job world. This is how something like body language would look like in your CV. Technical skills or hard skills are the ones which help you code, complete a job, excel, your degree in whatever subject you choose. Additional skills is where you would have your soft skills like communication, empathy, passion, motivation. It can be whatever ones you feel you're strong in. So that would come in your CV, also known as your resume, which is what you submit whenever you apply to any job, internship, or any other professional experience. Cover letter is what you send with your CV, with your resume. And in that, it could look like this. In my previous job at so and so, I showed passion and creativity that was regarded. Example, I did this and this. I worked on this campaign, got a certain demographic, and it worked with my team members and managers, and they praised my work. So it's not something concrete where you can say, here is my degree paper, this is what I did, but it is concrete in the sense it is a soft skill and it is valued by job seekers. Okay. So this is really important as all of you are teenagers thinking about jobs, and that is where you're going to go eventually. Your schooling, your learning is preparing you to live in the real world. And this is very real world right now. This is the real talk about why we're talking about all this. Are we just dancing and posing? No, we're applying this to your life and your impact in the world. Okay. Like Dr. Matthew said, you are the future of the community and, of the world. And you can bring such amazing things. So think about it in this way. Think about mentioning it to people, both in interviews as well as in your written application. Okay, time to help Mr. Jack. We don't know how old or young he is. You can decide based on the description. It's a case study. It's for you to solve. I will very patiently and peacefully read your answers. Jack. He believes he gets along great with his colleagues at work. But if you were to ask any of them, they would say that Jack is intimidating, slightly scary, slightly too intense, and very intense. Rather than just look at you, he seems to devour you with his eyes. And if he takes your hand, he lunges to get it and then squeezes so hard it hurts. Jack is a caring guy who secretly wishes he had more friends, but his non-verbal awkwardness keeps people at a distance and limits his ability to advance at work. The only question here is, can you help Jack? And what would your advice be to Jack? So you're all agony aunts right now. You're all the advice givers. Please start typing your answers in the chat. What should Jack do? What is Jack doing that's off right now? What does he not seem to understand? How can he change his approach. Make better posture, better self-control, gentle eye contact. Thank you, Susanna. Very specific. Loretta feels he should be more happy within. Oh, he should be more open. Okay. Patient. Find the specific problem areas in the description. There are 1, 2, or 3 specific problems that people, yeah, be more gentle. Absolutely. Work on the handshake. Yes. A firm handshake, but not crushing people's arms. Perfect. Thank you. Don't be clumsy. All right. Be energetic. Okay. I want more specific answers. I think we've solved the handshake. What else? Work on your character. But how? How is he expressing his character? How can he be less intense? Be more open with his thoughts. Okay. People feel his intent. So you said, okay, don't crush people's arms. Keep it firm, but not too hard. What else? The look, somebody says, yeah, be more gentle with how he's looking. And yeah, and be more open with his actual thoughts and his actual feelings. Okay, fabulous. Thank you, everybody. Just try to wave high instead of crushing their hands. Absolutely. Good one. And be more confident within himself. Yes, because that contrast between how he's feeling, I have no friends, and how he's trying so hard, it's just not matching. So if he just feels more relaxed and he conveys that calm, it will be so much better. Thank you, everybody, for those lovely, lovely answers. We are now reaching towards the end of our time here. We're talking about why a company would want people who are good at nonverbal communication, because they won't just do the job, they'll do it well, because they would meet the requirements, they'll have potential, not just knowledge. That's what Facebook and big companies do. They don't look at who has all the degrees and all the skills, but who is ready to learn, who has potential to learn and to make better hiring decisions. What question do you think they would ask to measure all of this? If you're the company, these are the reasons why you want the CSI teenagers to have so and so skills and not just I can code, I can do Microsoft Word. What question would you ask? How would you test whether this person has soft skills, good nonverbal communication, good body language, and not just Microsoft Word and Excel? Observe their body language, look at their talents, okay, their hobbies and interests. Ooh, the self-introduction would reveal something, interact with them. Fabulous, Loretta. What else? What question would you ask? How would you get to know this person doesn't just have a degree, this person has something within this person's personality? How do they talk? Okay. Waiting for 3 more answers. Type, type, type. How they communicate. Tell me about yourself. Classic question, yes? Trick questions. Just take a look at their posture, expression, and self introduction and their smile. Good one. Character, the way they act. Fabulous. It's through conversations. But the question is, what question will they ask in this conversation? If you're the interviewer and all of these lovely teenagers from CSI have gone for a wonderful internship at the company that they want to volunteer or work with or intern with, what is this hard question? What is the trick question? Give me one example, just one. Talk about yourself. Do you like this company? Ooh, what can you tell us about your skills? Good one, Giftlin. Tell us about your life. Anushya, good one. What's your strength? Preeti, nice. Tell us about yourself. What's your greatest strength? Rena, fabulous. Now we're talking real questions, right? Where these would probably reveal something about. Explain your expertise, your work experience, talk about your successes. Lovely. Great. Now you have an idea what kind of questions people will ask you when you go for internships, volunteering, and jobs. Taking it further, this is just a screenshot for you. Please take 2 to 5 seconds. Take a screenshot. This is 5 days of work. It'll just take maybe 2 minutes each for the next 5 days. You can start tomorrow morning or tonight, your wish. You'll just be thinking about your eye contact, your body language. This is from Town, who's an executive coach. Why should we not give you this job? Good one. What are your special abilities? Tell us about academics and extracurricular activity. What's your goal in life? What's your passion? Fabulous. Okay. And this is your further work where you can reflect even better about how do you do all of this and be more aware. So that's not just emotional awareness, but awareness about your nonverbal communication. So that you start noticing, okay, I do this a lot and sometimes that overwhelms people. Maybe I should tone it down. That's something people tell me that, hey, your arms are flying. And I'm like, okay, don't fly, just move. Right? So all of these things you can start noticing. And then we've got all of these soft skills, which I'm sure you've discussed last week, right? top 10. Some people list top 7, top 13. You could take a screenshot, make a note, whatever it is that works for you best, right? Connecting body language to communication here and to other skills as well. Because someone who's able to convey non-verbally to a team that I am a team player and I am with you, let's do this, would also be good at teamwork, would also be able to convey leadership or responsibility or any of those other skills you can see there. Yeah. All righty. Time to work as a team. This is your last activity. Here we are. What soft skill is this? In the chat. 1, 2, 3. Get your keypads ready. So I put either a line that seems like a riddle or just a couple of words. What skill do you think this is about? Which soft skill is it? So just to rewind, here are some of the soft skills. You could take a screenshot, keep it saved, and then I'll move to the questions. Yeah. Here's this. There are a whole bunch over here and subtopics under some topics, right? Okay. And now let's go to the question so you have a better space to answer. And ready, steady, leadership. Oh, without blabbering. Okay, cool. Okay. Learning to speak better. What soft skill is that? Teamwork, public speaking. The one thing that won't stop arising in life. What is it? And what skill is related to that? What doesn't stop coming? No matter how old you turn, how wise and smart you become, it just keeps coming and coming and coming. Problem solving. Excellent. The first one, I'm still keeping a secret. Yeah. You'll see in the answers for yourself. Do you draw and sketch well? This is a stereotypical question people ask. What are they trying to gauge? What soft skill? But it's not limited to drawing. Creativity. Nicely done, Sharon. Next question. Even when it gets tough, you should be dash. You should have what? Even when things are tough, even when things are motivation, hope, what else? Patience, something else. Even when things are really difficult and really, okay, I'll wait until you see the answer in the list. Next one. When countries come to the table to talk, what are they talking about? What are they trying to fix? What skill is that? What soft skill? Refer to your list. Discussion about what? What soft skill is it? Work ethic between countries? Problems, yes, but what kind of specific problem? Discussion. Okay, I'll wait for you to see it. Using the phone at the desk is not an example of what? Which soft skill? Truce. Good one. Is that Abish from Trichy? We have good answer there. Conflict resolution between countries. Yes. Creating peace. Etiquette. If you're using the phone when you're working or studying, it's an example, not an example of responsibility. Etiquette, something else related to all of what you've said. Question 7. Working on your own is called dash. Working with others is called dash. Okay, teamwork and working independently. Nicely done. And who knows? If you don't know, what do? You go to, what do you do when we don't have the answer? A bunch of times I told you, go straight to dash and find out the answer. Yes. What is library or Google called? What's the word? What is that soft skill? Okay, the skill is not called Google, is it? Research. Thank you, Jeffy, for that answer. And finally, 3 words that end with ability. Dashability, dashability, dashability. What are those 3 soft skills? Responsibility. Oh, okay. Ability, capability. What? Ability. Yeah, ability, both are okay. Responsibility, I think I can count. The ability to speak. Dependability, good one. Physical ability, not exactly soft skill, but yeah, being able to convey through body language, it is. All right, here are your answers. Positivity, ability, amazing. Liability, my God, I'm getting fancy economics words. Here are the answers. Being able to speak well also involves active listening, that we did not get. The one thing that won't stop coming in life, problems. So we need problem solving as a soft skill. Do you draw and sketch well? Is a typical question people ask for creativity, but creativity is so much more than drawing. Even when it gets tough, you need to have integrity, not just confidence. You need to have honesty within yourself to be able to stick to your values. That we didn't get. When countries come to the table, absolutely. Conflict resolution, all about peace and keeping up peace. Using the phone at a desk is not an example of work ethic or professionalism. So if I was busy texting my friend while interacting with you right now, that's the opposite of work ethic and professionalism. On your own, independent work. With others, collaboration, teamwork. Who knows? Then go do your research. Go to the library, like somebody said, the Google library. And 3 abilities: dependability, adaptability, flexibility. I got a lot of liability and interesting answers there. And finally, walk not ahead of me nor behind me, but walk. What is the rest of that quotation? Who's going to give it to me? You can go to Google and do research with me. Thank you, Susanna. Among Us. Yes, absolutely. Among Us, the video game is coming up into my mind. So yeah, walk with us, not ahead or behind. That's all about leadership. Walk beside me. Thank you. Finally, let's strive for the things that bring peace and the things that build each other up. Let's build each other up. Let's contribute to our growth between each other. And also let's build towards things which create peace. Body language, non-verbal communication, soft skills. These are all things that can convey passion, confidence, connection, but also world understanding and world peace, as is mentioned in the Bible over here. So the only thing is, if you'd like to ask any questions and we have time for that, I would ask Dr. Matthew if we have time and space for that. And finally, here's the link to sharing feedback. I'll just paste that in the chat as well, because all of us are learners, including me. I would love to know from you what you felt. How do you think this could be made better? Which parts went well? Which areas, which portions could be done better? So here's the link to that. You can fill it tonight or after the lesson. Thank you so much, Sharon. I loved being with all of you as well. And of course, for questions or just getting in touch or sharing any thoughts you have, there's my email address there as well. Okay, everybody, thank you so much. I'll pass it on to Dr. Matthew because I think we've crossed our time limits. I don't know if we have time for questions.
Thank you, Mariamra, for your wonderful class.
Thank you, sir.
So I call upon Yuan of Mandiyala Diocese, Yuan S. Jacob of Mandiyala Diocese, to propose vote of thanks.
At times, our own lights goes out and is rekindled by a spark from another bosom. Each of us has a cause to think with deep gratitude of those who have lighted the flames within us, says Albert Schweitzer. Good evening, respected Matthew Koshi sir, Honorary Director of Ecological Concern, all bishops and clergies from various dioceses, Ms. Mariam Raff, teachers, coordinators, and my dear friend. As we come to the close of today's training program, it is my honor and pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks. First and foremost, I'd like to thank our eminent guest, Ms. Mariam Raff, who, despite a busy schedule, found time to grace us by her suggestions for enlightening us with her knowledge on today's topic, soft skills and body language. The talk was full of deep insight into the topic. Thank you, ma'am. I thank the CSI Synod for creating such a wonderful platform for us students. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to Matthew Koshi sir and all who are part of this program for the vision in student empowerment. Sincere thanks to all teacher coordinators, mentors who support and encourage us through this educative endeavor. Eagerly looking forward to the next session. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Yuan. Next session is on next Tuesday, 21st. A famous psychologist is taking class. So in the next class, if you want admission, you have to fill up the KY, yes, know your student pro forma. So I call upon Jacqueline of East Kerala Diocese for prayer.
Let us all join your hands and close our eyes. Let us pray. Praise the Lord, my dear loving Jesus Christ. Thank you so much for the amazing day and for the amazing section that you have showered upon us. Dear Lord, please bless each one of us. Please bless the respected dignitaries who have conducted this amazing program for the youth of the future. Lord, please bless in all our studies. Please bless our parents. Please bless our teachers and institutions that each and every one of us are studying in. Dear Lord, please help us to be a wonderful, most sought-after professionals in our future. Help us to be a God-fearing children and be a wonderful youth for our future. Thank you so much once again, my Heavenly Lord. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much, especially to Mariam Rao for your wonderful class. Thank you for all the students.